Good evening, City Council members. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about safety, specifically about fire safety. I would like for you to put on a different hat for a few minutes and see fire safety from the eyes of a professional firefighter. Tonight, my hope is to shed some light on why fire codes are important and what steps the parish and the state has taken to ensure civilian and firefighter safety. We're governed by the Louisiana Fire Marshal, who has four geographically defined areas throughout the state. Area 1, New Orleans. Area 2, Baton Rouge. Area 3, the Alexandria, Lafayette, Lake Charles, and the Natchitoches Parish area. And 4, the Shreveport, Monroe area. The fire codes are enforced by the marshal in part through our local city planning and zoning committee. The permits are reviewed and logged for the inspector to plan visits and inspections of the building during the construction and upon completion of the project. The inspector must sign off on the project to ensure it meets all the NFPA 70E codes that the building or structure may fall under. Natchitoches has a new construction permit that must be purchased through the Natchitoches Planning and Zoning Committee. Once the permit is purchased, the Planning and Zoning Department will upload that permit to the database, and it will be up to the developer or the builder to contact the marshal's office and schedule that inspection. The code or codes referenced by the marshal may change depending on the size of the structure and the occupancy of the building. There is no local company in the Natchitoches Parish area that determines the fire resistance of the materials being used in the building. The fire marshal or inspector determines if the materials are in compliance with the fire codes during the inspection of the construction. There are several tests that can be conducted during to determine fire resistance, such as flame speed, heat release test, and the smoke development test, which collectively all determine how the product performs in fire or in a smoke-filled environment. The fire rating of the products play a big role in code enforcement. If the materials that the contractors are planning on putting into the building do not meet the fire code, the fire marshal or the inspector can and will shut down construction of the project. We did identify a few hazardous or unsafe structures in the area. Some older wood frame homes that are too close together to other structures, and in the event of a fire, they may allow the fire to spread or jump to another structure. And a couple of commercial buildings that don't have the sprinkler control valve or the fire hookups are blocked, so the fire department cannot connect to them in the event of a fire. There's some that had some chained exit discharge doors or some blocked fire protection equipment inside of the buildings, and no annual PMs or preventative maintenance schedule for fire protection systems. Also located one 2-story wood frame structure, an old hotel located in a residential area, and it's located approximately 30 feet from an inhabited dwelling, a residential dwelling. In the area we work and live, there are buildings that were constructed prior to the adoption of the fire codes, and they've been grandfathered in by the city. Most of these structures are in the historic district and are required to be maintain a certain manner of historical value to maintain their significance. We must look for innovative ways to retain historical relevance while incorporating safety for the community and the surrounding properties. It's worth noting in the historic district, is surrounded by 3 fully staffed Class 2 rated fire stations within 1 mile of the district. Lastly, the review of the available or existing plans will allow fire marshal and the local fire chief to perform a fire risk assessment on the building and structures located within the district. After analyzing the data from the assessment, specific fire plans for fire prevention and protection can be developed and implemented. Doing this will greatly increase the safety to the community and firefighters. Thank you.